Elden Ring, Shadow of the Erdtree? More like Shadow of the Hurts Me, cause that's how people have been feeling after playing the DLC. Gamers have been flying to Japan to personally let Miyazaki know what he's done to them was not okay, and that they want a refund because this game is too hard. But what people need to understand is that this game was a calculated calculation by Miyazaki to punish those over-leveling, sleeping dragon killing, gear cheesing, min-maxing, strength-loving, magic-using, summoning abusing players, and that no amount of crutches are gonna save them from the DLC experience. And that's made apparent to them as they walk their first steps into the DLC by this jackass. And at that point, people have seen enough. They're like, let's dust off our typewriters and get these reviews going. Take a look at what they had to say. Base game is better. Serious trash FromSoft has put out and should have stayed in a Sekiro section. This Garage isn't a Souls game. Well, I'm gonna have to disagree with you, buddy. This Garage is definitely a Soul game because my soul was very happy playing it. Wow! Take a look at this. Even Miyazaki's design skills aren't safe from the reviews. No. These guys don't know what they're talking about. They aren't gamers. Dog meat game. No. See, now you guys are going too far. That's a yellow card. None of that funny business here. Let's get a little bit more serious here and see what world-renowned reviewer Pennyworth had to say about the DLC. I laughed when I read that the critic who said the game was too hard and gave it a 3 out of 5. Well, when I got into the DLC, I laughed at myself for thinking they were completely off. This DLC wasn't made to be enjoyed. It was made to kick your ass in the most brutal way for absolutely no reason. See? Pennyworth kinda gets it. This DLC was made for the best gamers, the ethical gamers. If you felt like your ass was being kicked in the most brutal way, it must be because you're one of the bad people who likes to unga bunga jump R2. How did I just jump off the side? Okay, let me break it down for you guys. If you don't love running through a dungeon for half your existence on this earth, and then dying at the end of the dungeon because a monster one-shot you, and then having to do it all over again because you didn't find a checkpoint on the way, this game's not for you. Oh hell no. If you're one of those people who tries to cheat during boss fights because they have little to no honor and uses heal pots, this game is not for you. If you're the type that tries to attack the boss before he's finished up with his 30-second long 20 attack wombo combo AoE spamming moveset, this game isn't for you. It's for the guys who bought the DLC and are willing to patiently wait their turn. They don't just rush in, brain off, go into attack mode. If you're not going to enjoy your camera going absolutely schizo mode during boss fights because you don't like that extra level of difficulty it adds, then I'm sorry to say, the DLC might not be for you. And if finding a cookbook doesn't give you that same level of joy like seeing your unborn child, then you need to go back to your microwave dinners and leave the fine dining to us big boys. And if you play on anything aside from the Wii Remote steering wheel, then the DLC is just not for you. Now look, I know what a lot of you are thinking to yourselves. You're like, hey Smited, I work a 9 to 5. I can't hang up there with all the big dogs. Well, don't you worry. Miyazaki's got you covered. He's handing out the Skadooby-Doo snacks, which pretty much gives you the secret cheat menu. And from there, you can activate your self-baby mode. But before you use those tokens, just know that Barack Obama had this to say. Whoever uses the Scooby tokens is not a real gamer. And we know it's authentic because it's signed. Honestly, I'm having a great time with the DLC. I'm currently on my third playthrough. I've beat the game blindfolded and only using a toothpick. Now I'm doing a 0 damage only getting hit run. But enough about that. For those of you who are still around and think the DLC might be for them, let me tell you about the world. Shadow of the Erdtree is like stepping into a dream within a nightmare within another dream. It's beautiful, it's deadly, and it's damn near perfect. And they even got Dark Souls in the game. Now isn't that amazing? Breaking news, we interrupt your program to bring you a live feed on how the NPCs feel about the Dark Souls addition to the game. Thanks for that, Egon. Now back to your regularly scheduled program. The Elden Ring DLC has everything a gamer wants in a game. It has challenging bosses. The graphics are stunning. I mean, look at this. Graphics haven't looked this good since Turok 2. I mean, they're practically so good that you can even smell the roses. And don't get me started about the music. They got soundtracks so jamming you're gonna bring your house down. I mean, when you pull up to the first boss, they tease you a little bit. You're feeling a little helpless. But once they kick it into second gear, you feel like nothing can stop you. I mean, are you listening to this? And now, if that all isn't enough for you, they even have some of your favorite bosses make an appearance in the game. Oh, would you look at that? They brought our favorite boss back. They brought him. No way. He's in the game too? They already had me hook, line, and sinker. And now they're just reeling me in even more. Oh, I can't believe Miyazaki tried to sneak this guy under our noses. Come on. And even after all that, if that's still not enough for you, they even got penguins in the game, famously known for their appearance in Mario 64 and Club Penguin. As you can see, Miyazaki cooked up a perfect game. Except for this guy. I hate this guy.